We have political news coming out of Minnesota. The verdict is in, and it's a political bombshell. A jury has found Minnesota State Senator Nicole Mitchell guilty, igniting a firestorm at the Capitol. Now, colleagues from both parties are demanding she resign immediately. The embattled senator is facing a monumental choice: step down or go down in history as the first senator to be forcibly expelled from the Minnesota Senate. Let's break down the verdict, the political fallout, and what could happen next. Now, after a tense 5 day trial, a jury found Senator Nicole Mitchell guilty of two felonies: first degree burglary and possession of burglary tools. The charge came from an incident back in April 2024 when police found the senator dressed head to toe in black inside her stepmother's home in Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. When they found her in the basement, she had a flashlight covered by a black sock. Prosecutors argued it was a straightforward break in, plain and simple, but Mitchell's defense painted a very different picture. Taking the stand herself, the senator testified she wasn't there to steal anything. She claimed she was just worried about her stepmother, who has Alzheimer's, and she was trying to grab a few things, a few sentimental items that belonged to her late father after her stepmother stopped all communication. It's a story that got complicated when body cam footage from her arrest captured her saying, "I know I did something bad." The jury only needed 3 hours to come back with a guilty verdict, a swift conclusion that's now threatening to end her career and upend the political balance of the Minnesota Senate. A rare political agreement. The political shockwaves were immediate, and surprisingly, they came from all sides. Leaders from both parties didn't hesitate to call for her resignation, framing it as a matter of preserving the integrity of the Senate. In a significant move, Senate Majority Leader Erin Murphy, who is a fellow Democrat, says she expects Mitchell to make good on a promise to resign if found guilty. The governor's office and the state Democratic Party chairman quickly echoed that sentiment, showing a remarkably unified front from her own party. The response from the other side of the aisle was just as strong. The Senate Republican leader and the verdict confirms Mitchell's action fall way below the ethical standards expected from elected officials, and he called for her immediate resignation to remove the stain, that's what he called it, stain on the institution. The course of bipartisan condemnation is putting immense pressure on the senator, effectively leaving her on a political island. It's a rare moment of unity in politics, all driven by a shared belief that a felony conviction just isn't compatible with holding public office. But will she resign or will she be expelled? That's the question. So Senator Mitchell is now at a crossroads. She can either resign or her colleagues can force her out through expulsion. In Minnesota, a felony conviction doesn't automatically boot a lawmaker from office. So the power to decide rests in the Senate itself. The expulsion process is a serious and historically rare measure. While it has never actually happened in the Minnesota Senate, the U.S. Constitution provides a framework that many states follow, requiring a two-thirds supermajority vote to expel a member. It's a tool reserved for the most severe cases of misconduct. To give you some perspective, in the entire history of the United States, in the United States Senate, only 15 members have ever been expelled, and 14 of those were for supporting the Confederacy during the Civil War. Faced with that kind of historical weight, many lawmakers throughout history have chosen to resign before a final vote is held. If Mitchell refuses to step down, her colleagues will have to start these formal proceedings, a dramatic move that would put the integrity of the institution under a major spotlight. So, what is the senator's position going to be? What is her team saying? Her lawyer has expressed disappointment in the verdict, but also praised her courage for testifying, pointing out how few people would willingly put their lives under that kind of intense scrutiny. He's also said they plan to appeal the decision, which suggests a fight is still ahead, both in the courts and in the court of public opinion. While Mitchell is free until her sentencing, her next move will have huge consequences. If she does resign, the Minnesota Senate will be deadlocked at 33-33, at least until a special election can be held to fill her seat. This political math adds yet another layer of drama in an already tense situation, as one person's fate is now directly tied to the balance of the entire state Senate. So, this story is developing fast, and what the senator does next will determine everything. To stay on top of the political fallout and the potential for a historic vote, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, y'all. So, the jury has spoken, and now the political establishment is speaking with one voice. Senator Mitchell is left with a decision that will not only define her own legacy, but could also reshape the political landscape of Minnesota. Will she step aside, or will she force her colleagues into a historic and divisive vote to expel her from their ranks? Whatever she chooses, her decision will send a powerful message about accountability, integrity, and the standards we hold our leaders to. So we shall see what they decide. Let me know what you think about all of this.